After eating food at restaurant, after washing your hand, still the color remains in your hand, then it is better to avoid that particular dish or that particular restaurants. Hi, myself Vajit K. Kodimbala. In this video, I'm going to tell you what are the adverse effect of the artificial color. So most of the food products are added with lot of artificial colors. So there are two types, one is natural artificial and there is one more natural identified color. So that means the natural flavor might be used over there, or maybe the extraction may be used, or it will be synthetically identified in the same structure of that particular aroma might be used. So here we are mainly focusing on the artificial color which are added in the daily basis food. So you have seen most of the foods will be very bright or very dark in color, but when you make it at same food at your home, you doesn't find any colors. These colors are used on a daily basis food. So whatever the food you eat, maybe to a main course or a side dish or a Manchurian or a Chinese dish, maybe the veg or non-veg or confectionaries, candies, maybe the ice creams and juices. Lot of cases it is added in everywhere. But not all the colors are what are the colors are added in that is going to have adverse effect. But the thing is, who is not following a particular standard? In the sense, there is a regulation from government where you need to have use within a limitation, so it does not have any adverse effect. But when it is not followed that particular rules and it is blindly added to all the foods, then it is going to harm you on a greater extent. For example, the gobi Manchurian. So all people, it is understood that always gobi Manchurian should be a dark, red in color. But without that color also you can make gobi Manchurian. But people are more maybe the conscious about the color and they think that if the color is good and the product would be good. So that's why most of the cases the color is added. So it is quite difficult to avoid that particular thing because everywhere it is being used and people are like not aware of the particular color what are the adverse effect. So most of the cases, maybe the palak paneer could be a best example where when you make palak paneer at home, the color may not be same, but uh, in the restaurant it could be very dark in color. So that's how there are a lot of foods. Maybe after you drink any juices, also your tongue will be coated with a lot of color. Maybe the childrens are affected with a lot of candies what they eat. So it is not that in 1 or 2 days if you do the, or if you eat that particular food or you drink anything, it's not going to happen anything. But in a long run, when you take in a years together, months together, it could have a side effects. So that's why it is better to avoid completely as much as possible. So coming to the adverse effect, so mainly the in children will find the neurological disorders and maybe the taste also. So if the taste as well as the color, so they might be more addicted towards that outside food than your homely food. So make sure that you teach them, educate them, or make them to understand what is the a difference between the color artificial and the natural. So always natural is always best. And maybe the kidney disorder and the liver. So most of the cases now we are seeing a lot of alcoholic liver cirrhosis. The people who are not taking alcohol who are end up with alcoholic liver cirrhosis. So that's all because of these colors that goes in a smaller quantity in a daily basis and settles. Then it shows its adverse effect. So guys, it is better to avoid this color. You always go with natural color. These all natural colors have which comes from the fruits and vegetables have a lot of benefits. It reduces cancer and it helps in maintaining or well your health wise, as well as it's good and make sure that maybe at least when you prepare something food at home, at least avoid there. Maybe outside it could be quite difficult because if one person changes does not happen anything, right? So at least in your home when you make any particular food it's better to avoid. So in the home maybe you may avoid, but unknowingly there are some colors which is coming into your kitchen. So that's why it's better to use ready to eat foods or ready to eat packets or the masalas, whatever. All this maybe have some sort of color. Maybe best example is a turmeric powder. So better to get a whole turmeric, and maybe you can powder it and then you can use it. So it also has a color, so that's why maybe the turmeric you may using has a, as it has a good benefit and you might be using everywhere. But make sure that how many percentage of color present in it, or whether it is a natural color or it's artificial, because how you identify it is quite easy. Natural colors, when you eat that particular food, your hand will be having that particular color, but when you wash it, it is easily goes. But with RTS, with synthetic, it may not happen, so it remains for a long time. So that's how we can find out. It could be quite difficult also, but it's better to avoid added colored, or which the food looks very dark in color. It is better to avoid. So guys, I hope you understood what is the adverse effect of color, where it's used, as well as, and why we should not use that. So if you have any queries, just drop a comment. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.